Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Simon. You're watching Cryptechology. So there's something I want to go over on this episode with you. If you order the Bobcat miner or any miner or hotspot rather, you have to understand that this device is extremely fragile. Some hardware devices can be durable and strong. However, when it comes to smaller technology and smaller hardware, especially inside all the components inside of the Bobcat Miner 300, it's important that you handle it with care. This device, you've spent so long waiting for it, and the last thing you want to do is mess anything up in your installation or placement. So, here's a few things that I wanted to share with you with when it comes to handling your miner with care. With the Bobcat Miner 300, all the auxiliary components need to be handled with care. This does not apply to its setup, but also its placement. Remember, there is very little, if any, technology that is impervious to damage. Miners in particular are made up of a series of small machine parts connected to one another. While smaller tech is trendy and can sometimes be more powerful, the reality is that smaller technology can also be fragile. Keep in mind that if a component breaks or is damaged, it will not be able to do its job properly. In the case of your miner, breaking or damaging a component means you will not be mining you will be losing HNT in the process. We say all this to encourage you to take care of your miner. With just a bit of effort and a reasonable level of care, your miner will remain in the best condition possible and will last for a very long time. So here are a few useful tips. The operating temperature. The max operating temperature for the indoor Bobcat Miner 300 is 60 degrees Celsius. Do not always watching Cryptechology. I just want to say thank you for supporting my channel and thank you for hitting that like button. Do not place it outside if it risks heat exposure, which will cause CPU crashing. A do-it-yourself weatherproofing can be done successfully. However, placing your miner inside a sandwich bag is not recommended. Not even a Tupperware. Your miner is not a sandwich. You're not taking it to work and grabbing a snack and keeping it, fresh. Enclosing your miner within a bag can cause it to overheat and ultimately fail. In fact, research on the reliability of LoRa has shown that temperature variations can affect the performance of wireless sensor networks deployed outdoors. There are places you can check for more technical readings on the impact of temperature variations on the reliability of LoRa. So I would recommend checking that out if you are going to be installing miners outdoors. Now, when it comes to upgrading your antenna, which everyone has been talking about and wanting to do, which is great, but before we get into that, I do want to recommend you use the stock antenna first and let yourself gather some base data. You don't want to go through the process and the funds of setting up an antenna and you have no idea if it actually improved your results at all. So use the stock antenna first, gather yourself at least a few weeks of data, and then you can go ahead and decide if an upgrade would be feasible. So when you install an antenna, you have to do it gently. And I really mean like gently. You're just using your hands to tighten it up. Installing the stock antenna, you need to gently screw it on. We have seen cases where excessive force was applied and caused the connector area to become loose or even crack from the inside. The RF cable connector inside the casing could be damaged if twisted excessively. Connecting it to a big third-party antenna to Bobcat directly, well, that can cause a big problem if it's not done properly. This does not mean you can't use a third-party antenna, but you really need to understand when you're installing and screwing it onto the RPSMA, you really need to be careful to not damage the pin inside. If you find yourself already having to damage your antenna and or miner, there are resources available where you can check out at nowitness.org/Bobcat antenna repair. Go ahead and check that out for some resource advice. Now, this is a disclaimer here from Bobcat. The Bobcat Miner assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors in the content of the No Witness website or damages caused to your miner as a result of you following any of the information provided on that site. Opening any portion of your device will void any manufacturer's warranty. Now, here's an update from the customer insights. Instead of turning the antenna cable barrel to the miner, some customers have found it easier to turn the Bobcat Miner around to tighten the connection. This should not be done. In doing so, they found that the pin inside the connector twisted around and broke the wire off. More than one customer has made this mistake. Although they did not use excessive torque to tighten the antenna cable, they realized that turning the miner around the antenna cable simply was not a good idea, as it would easily damage the center pin of the small connector. Now, I really hope you guys are taking care of your miners and you're going through this process delicately. And you need to make sure that you strategize properly and you want to protect your miner so it can perform well for you. Sometimes setting up outdoors is awesome to talk about, but it just may not be the right setup for you, and that is okay. If you do make any changes to your setup, just remember to always turn your hotspot off when changing the antenna, screw hand tight for the antenna cable, and always, always, always ground your antenna with a lightning arrestor for outdoor setups. Well, this is Simon, and this is our note from BobcatMiner, and I really appreciate them sending out this message to everybody, and I'm sharing that with you. I'm Simon. This is Cryptechology. Thank you for watching. Hey, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button on your way out. I'll catch you on the next one.